records. Good morning, I'm John Thomas.
And I'm Ashley Glass. Let's get right out to CNN's Tori Dunnan in Boston now.
Now that the sun is coming up here in Boston, you can get a better sense of just how much snow has fallen and is still falling. This is an area that's been plowed. It's a walkway here in this park. This is where the grassy area, though, is, and you can obviously see that has not been plowed at all. What we're talking about here is some 18 inches of snow, and this is still a very dangerous situation up and down the Northeast. There are about 650,000 people who are waking up this morning without power.
Two powerful weather systems converging over the Northeast, producing a monster of a storm. Whipping winds, blinding snow, and freezing temperatures moved in Friday, and they're sticking around. As promised, driving conditions deteriorated quickly and accidents stacked up.
Well, they're crashing a lot. They're going too fast. You gotta be patient, take your time.
A little more. I stop.
To avoid scenes like this, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut authorities ordered drivers off the roads. As snow totals continue to pile up into the double digits, officials are pleased with the cooperation they're getting.
All in all, I think things are going relatively well, and I'm most appreciative because citizens are listening to the warnings that we're giving and staying home. And
in a rare Friday night sight, the streets around New York City were quiet, with the exception of a few visitors who couldn't resist the winter wonderland outside.
It's hard to cat taxi, but taking the subway is not hard at all.
More than 5,000 flights at some 60 airports were canceled Friday. Saturday is expected to bring much of the same in the areas socked with snow. As the sun starts to come up and the storm tapers off later in the day, what is sure to be a massive cleanup effort can begin.
And obviously, travel remains to be a nightmare today. Boston Logan Airport is closed. Also, Amtrak service up and down the Northeast Corridor has been stopped as well. But for many people, as I mentioned, they're waking up without power this morning. City's busy, though, with workers. There are thousands and thousands of snow vehicles out there, including plows, just trying to start this cleanup process a little bit earlier and make sure it doesn't get even worse. Reporting live in Boston, I'm Tori Dunnan. Now back to you.
Let's check in with Bill Logan now and the ripple effects from this blizzard. Bill, our weather not impacted so much, but travel sure is.
Yeah, travel definitely going to be impacted around here. We are feeling the effects of the blizzard here in Tampa in the form of a few extra guests, folks taking advantage of our nice weather, although maybe they're stranded out by the airport as well. Folks at TIA finding themselves in town for a couple of extra days in sunny Florida. Well, not a bad deal, but last night the airport hotel was completely booked up. Flights this morning to New York, Boston, Hartford, Baltimore, Long Island, Albany. The list goes on and on. All of those are canceled, so be sure to check first before heading out to the airport to catch a flight or pick someone up. That is the condition out at the airport, where it's 55 degrees. Clear skies, no problems getting out of Tampa, but it's getting to those locations up in the Northeast that are going to be the problems for today. 60 in St. Pete, 58 in Clearwater. They kind of split the difference there at the Clearwater St. Pete Airport between downtown St. Petersburg and Tampa at the airport. 54 right now in Palm Harbor. We're looking at 55 degrees in Largo. Into Valrico, 51. 51 also in Frostproof. Lakeland has 52 degrees. It's 50 right now in Davenport, and that's about as cool as it gets around here. Very cold. Temperatures in the teens up in the Northeast, and you can still see the snow all the way from Long Island up in through Maine. This is going to be a problem for those folks, even though that area of low pressure right now is continuing to move on out into the Atlantic. We've still got the remnants of that area of kind of a cold front that pulled through, but it didn't bring much colder weather. As a matter of fact, we'll be looking at 70 degrees by noontime, topping out at 79 today. And we've got more details of a wonderful weekend of weather for the first weekend of the Florida State Fair coming up in just about 10 minutes. Right now, over to you, John, for more news.
Bill, thank you very much. Now to the gun control debate happening in communities right across the country. Now, the Hillsborough County deputies are going to be out again this weekend, finishing up business from last weekend's gun buyback. The sheriff's office ran out of money and sports ticket vouchers because of the overwhelming response. So some people have to come back today or tomorrow with their vouchers to get their $75 in cash. Meanwhile, in St. Pete, police are hosting their own turn-in program every Saturday this month at their headquarters on 1st Avenue North. Also, in response to the school shooting in Newtown, officials here in the state are taking a closer look at Florida's mental health system. The state currently ranks 48th nationally in funding at $39 a person. The national average is actually $120 per person. Community mental health programs are asking state lawmakers for an extra $75 million next year to provide more screenings and to help expand school mental health programs.
We know that there are effective treatments with early interventions that could avoid a lot of the criminal justice expense that we have.
Sharp says in the past, Florida focused too much on funding institutional care instead of outpatient services.
A member of the jury in the murder trial of a former MacDill Air Force sergeant is now talking about the jury's recommendation for the death penalty. Joel Westlake says the jury put a lot of weight into the glove found at the scene of the murders of Ralph Wright's girlfriend and 15-month-old son. Still, they spent hours deliberating, making sure they agreed on the guilty verdict. As for the death penalty, that decision was harder to come by and not unanimous. It came down Friday to a count of 7-5.
Once they decided what their votes were, they weren't going to change their minds. So that was the verdict, 7-5. I mean, that's how difficult of a decision this was.
Westlake added he wouldn't wish this kind of decision on anyone else. Still, this was the jury's recommendation. Judge, in this case, will now have the final say whether Wright gets life in prison or a death sentence. Well, a lot of excitement over a new convenience store chain that's opened its first store here in the Bay Area. The Wawa store on Gandy Boulevard in Pinellas Park held a unique grand opening Friday morning. It included the Pinellas Park Fire Department taking on Pinellas Park Police in a hoagie making contest.
Amazing.
This Wawa is one of 2 opening in Pinellas Park. More coming too throughout the Bay Area in the coming months. Well, a sales showdown getting ready to happen, but which is the better deal? Valentine's Day deals or President's Day deals? How and when to save the most during this festive month?
And we've got some of your pictures from the Northeast blizzard to share. Tweet them, Facebook them, do something, get them to us here at ABC Action News. And a storm has hit Florida State Fairgrounds this morning, and that storm's name is Sean Daly.
That's right, guys. Frank and I will be sacrificing our bodies all day, eating fried oddities, wrestling gators, and flying in the Batcopter. Stay tuned for the Midway Merriment.
We've got a nice looking forecast for all of your fair weather activities. Clear skies, high pressure settling in. We'll let you know what that means for your weekend weather coming up.
Coming up Monday. Monday is the start of the Jim Greer trial. Former Republican chairman accused of funneling thousands into his own accounts. We have a look at the witness list and what to expect.
The dogs are going to New York. We have a preview of the Westminster Annual Dog Show, and more than 100 dogs from Florida are there.
That is really cool, but the weather's not. It's been warming up over the weekend. How fantastic is that? And I'll let you know how long it'll last.
ABC Action News in the morning. Breaking news, traffic right now, and Florida's certified most accurate weather. Monday from 5 to 7 a.m.
Imagine if your body held the secret to a more youthful you. Well, the truth is, it does. And now we've found the key. Say goodbye to surgical facelifts, mini lifts, Botox, and synthetic fillers. And say hello to the all-new, all-natural Plasma Lift. This remarkably simple 30-minute procedure uses your body's very own platelet-rich plasma to trigger the production of new collagen and healthy new skin cells. The result? An increased fullness to the hollowed-out areas beneath the eyes and cheeks, reduced age lines around the eyes and mouth, and a restored glow and smoothness to your skin. There are no incisions, no general anesthesia, and many patients actually attend parties and business functions the very same day. So if you want to look and feel years younger without surgery or artificial fillers, pick up the phone, schedule a free consultation, and find out if the Plasma Lift is right for you. The all-new, all-natural Plasma Lift. It's 100% you. Only younger. Call today.
Hey, it's me, Progressive Insurance. You know, from our 4,000 television commercials. Yep, there I am with Flo. Watch it. Anywho, 3 million people switched to me last year, saving an average of $475. Oh, it feels good to help people save. With great discounts like Safe Driver, Multi-Car, and Multi-Policy. So call me today. You'll be glad you did. Cannon Box!
Everyone loves lists. To-do lists, honey-do lists, A-lists, and now there's a new show all about lists just for you. The List. Get on it. It's fabulous, incredulous, scandalous. It's everything that's hot and happening. The best new videos on the web, smart ways to save money, and a taste of where you live. If you want to be in the know, you'll love The List. Get on it. Weeknights at 7 on your Action News station.
During my years of practicing law, people have come to me with the hope of us representing them for a business dispute. You may be on the right side of the law, but not have the money to pay for a lawyer. At Morgan & Morgan, we decided to level the playing field for those of you who don't have the resources for the hourly billing of some of those big firms. Our business litigation section has grown to 10 lawyers in 2 years. Call us for a free consultation. We fight bullies for a living. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
ABC Action News is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
February is the season for sales, and there are a couple of big ones coming up. So which is better for your wallet, Valentine's Day or President's Day? Turns out President's Day is a good time to go appliance shopping. Stores are making way for the new and slashing prices on the old. Prices are also slashed on mattresses and furniture. And by the way, President's Day is February 18th. Now, for Valentine's Day, there will be major discounts on clothing. But when it comes to jewelry, prices actually tend to go up the first 2 weeks of February.
I need
no
a lawnmower.
excuse. No.
That's what I need.
This is no excuse for you boys not to buy jewelry for your sweeties on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I'm already set.
You just scope out those
Matter of
deals.
fact, I've been tweeting out my plans. Oh, wait, no, I'm not supposed to do that.
Bill.
You're learning so much this morning, aren't
Hey,
you?
let's take a look at some of these pictures that I got from a Twitter follower and
oh my
Instagram
goodness.
follower. This is when the snow first started falling in Fulton, New York. This is from Carly Ryan. And it kind of shows you what they go through, you know, on an everyday, average day kind of basis when they're hit by something like this. And just getting around traffic-wise, it's just a mess. It's a nightmare.
You can't get out and around. I mean, you can see the car, it's just covered with snow. The road's covered with snow. And basically, there's nowhere to go because nobody can get there to open the places up. So it's miserable.
Yeah, if you have relatives up there and they're sending you pictures, though.
Stay here.
Hey,
I'm staying here.
Hey, send them to us.
I was going to get
Facebook,
over,
Twitter, whatever.
Walk over and talk about stuff at the weather wall.
Do your walking thing, Bill.
Because we've got more live pictures coming in. This is coming in from Hartford, Connecticut, WTIC, showing us what things are looking like across the north and east. This is I-95, and you can see there is not one car on that normally strangled stretch of roadway. It's pretty much non-existent travel-wise throughout the north and east, and there are going to be problems like that, like John mentioned, throughout the day today, tomorrow. Probably going to be Monday before we really start to see any kind of clearing and getting back to normal for that area. We are seeing a little bit of reduced visibility as the sun comes up across portions of Polk County. This is out right around the Polk Parkway and I-4, seeing a little bit of fog and some low-level clouds. But out along the Sunshine Skyway, things are looking great, nice and clear, and a beautiful sky with just a few scattered fair weather clouds around, and that's all we're going to be looking for as we go through the day today. Our Titan Doppler radar shows no rain, and we are not expecting any rain today, so we'll just widen our view and show you what things are doing on the satellite and radar composite. And again, that's pretty clear as well. For our weather headlines, we're going to stay nice and clear here throughout the weekend with the warmth remaining as well. Temperatures pushing through the 70s up toward 80 both today and tomorrow. And right into the beginning of the work week, we don't get a change until that front arrives Wednesday, which may drop our temperatures into the latter part of the work week. Sunny skies right now in Tampa, 55 degrees, the humidity at 89%, 60 right now in St. Petersburg, the humidity at 83%, winds out of the northeast at 14. 53 in Carrollwood, 58 right now in Clearwater. New Tampa has 52. We're actually seeing some readings in the 40s into Zephyr Hills. That's about it. Into portions of Hernando County, we've seen a couple of readings in the 40s. That's it. Everyone else right around 50, including Lakeland at 51 degrees. Great day for soccer outside today, with those temperatures ramping up through the 60s to about 70 by noontime. Looking for a high today between 78 and 79 degrees at the airport in Tampa, but even warmer further inland. Not going to be warm up to the northeast. Temperatures in the teens right now as the snow continues to fall. Even though the area of low pressure is now pushing off into the Atlantic, it means that this snowstorm is going to be pulled along with it, but there's still going to have 2 feet of snow to deal with in the interim as things start to clear out. High pressure across the south and east. Should be a lovely day for most everyone from the Mason-Dixon line south. Pennsylvania north, they're going to be dealing with the snow. And all we're going to be dealing with today are maybe some clouds pulling across from the east coast. Not enough to bring us any rain as we top out again at Tampa International Airport, looking for a high today of 79 degrees. Sun and clouds, winds will be out of the east-northeast at about 5 to 10. On the water, we're going to be expecting those Gulf water temperatures to stay in the middle 60s. Right now, 64 off of Clearwater Beach. 2 to 3 foot seas, moderate chop on the inland waterways. Your high tide at the St. Petersburg Pier comes up just before 3 this afternoon. The sun will set at 6:17. Here's your 7-day forecast. Concentrating on the weekend to begin with. A great-looking weekend, and there's that front coming in late Wednesday and early Thursday to change our temperatures, dropping them just a little bit for next weekend.
For 109 years now, people look forward to this time of year, not only for the great weather, but a lot of fun, too.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the first weekend of the Florida State Fair, and of course, we want to show you everything that's going on over there. And the perfect person to do that is Sean Daly. And Sean, I understand you sampled some of the amazing fair food.
That's right.